Okay guys, welcome back to another Hypixel Bedwars video. So this time, I'm gonna kind of be teaching you how to get good at Hypixel Bedwars. And yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, Anderson, Purple already made a video about this topic. You can't say that because he's the #1 solo Bedwars YouTuber. Oh, shut the fuck up. And, yeah, shut up. That's not nice, man. Realistically, that tutorial was very subtle. He explained more things in his later videos, but I'm guessing you guys aren't willing to watch over 100 hours of Bedwars content from Purple, unless you are that dedicated then, okay? So this is just gonna be the basic topics you can learn in solo Bedwars, and I hope you'll enjoy. You can you can learn more advanced topics in other videos, but there'll also be some advanced topics near the end of the video. Please enjoy. Tip number 1, speed bridging. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna say immediately is learn to speed bridge. At this day and age of Hypixel Bedwars, speed bridging is extremely helpful, especially in solo. It's not 100% necessary, but I'd say it's 85% necessary, which means learning it will provide a huge tactical advantage. And I'm not just talking about regular speed bridging, all that. I'm talking about all the types of speed bridging, one stacking, diagonals, both providing massive advantages, and I will leave a link to the map that I am using to speed bridge practice right now in the description below. Take you to Hypixel, I don't know how to pronounce, I'm sorry, by the way, for being smacked. So tip number 2, let's talk PvP. I recommend you learn the basic blocking mechanics and W-tapping PvP techniques, because I'm saying it right now, you're gonna lose without it. That is mostly because most solo Bedwars players know how to PvP, and learning PvP is integral to winning a game of Bedwars. One technique I personally use myself and many others is dropping on players. That's because when you take fall damage, your enemy is unable to hit you that second, giving you the chance to get the first hit and then combo them afterwards. Lastly, we're gonna move on to tip number 3. We will tackle the solo Bedwars advanced techniques. The reason why some of these techniques are necessary in solo Bedwars is because, well, you're by yourself, which means you can't just one by one take out enemies with your team and rely on them. You're by yourself, and you have to know that. Let's first start with the first rush, obviously. The first rush is often the most important because if you fail your first fight, well, you lose the game. But a way to tackle the first rush is to try to get the most height on your opponent, because in Bedwars, height is very important in winning. In a fight, always try to get height, but if you fail to achieve height on your first rush, then you have several options. You can run back to your base to either build up to regain height, or defend your bed, making sure the enemies can't break it. Depending on the situation, either works. Like if your enemy is high and near your base, it's best to wait for them to drop down, as he will take fall damage. But if he's high and far from your base, it may be best to build up. Next, let's talk mid-game to late game strategies. You should be aware of good players in your game and prioritize killing them. Now, I'm not saying don't defend your bed, but if no one is actively rushing your base or about to rush your base, then go for the best player. So next, let's talk about diamonds and emeralds. For diamonds, always get Prot and Magnificity Trap as your first upgrades, which is just 3 diamonds. After that, you can slowly get more diamonds for sharpness and more Prot. These 3 upgrades will always come first. Next is emeralds. Unless you're playing Speedway, never rush emeralds unless absolutely necessary. Like let's say you lost your bed, or if your base is not in danger and it's convenient time. Now if you lose your bed, you should treasure your life. If it's a 1v1, your enemy has a bed, I recommend getting emeralds or going to his bed if he's not at his base. But in any other situation, emeralds is the way to save you when you're bedless. Now, what do you get with emeralds? Depends on your situations. But you should always get a pearl and some potions. You should only get diamond armor if you have lots of emeralds or if you're in a tight spot. And never get a diamond sword. It's just a waste of 4 emeralds, man. I hate it so much. Finally, let's talk about TNT and fireball jumping, which I will cover in another video anyway. So I hope you enjoy these tips and tricks to help you win more solo Bedwars games. Once again, the map link that I use to practice speed bridging is below in the description. See you guys. What the hell is this?
Diba?